Hello, everybody. Stephen McCrary here with the Abundance of Grace. And I have a wonderful testimony for you tonight. Those Jets and those of you that happen to be tuning in. I don't know if you all remember, but Ben prophesied to me several months ago, almost maybe a year now, about something that would happen in my ministry as far as media was concerned. Well, by the power of the Holy Spirit, he prophesied, and 2 days ago, you and I believe this, or maybe you will believe it. 2 days ago, we got a call and inked a deal to broadcast the Abundance of Grace messages on KDNL Channel 30. Now, that's huge. This is not a Christian broadcast. This is not a Christian broadcasting station. This is a secular station, Channel 30 ABC. On Sunday mornings, they are going to broadcast the Abundance of Grace messages. Phenomenal. Unprecedented. I'm still grasping this. Because of the hip hop souls, this led into this. Benny prophesied it. But I need your help. They are giving me an incredible rate, but I need some help to secure it and to keep it going. I am asking for 100 people to sow $25 a month into the kingdom of God. If I've ever touched you with my words, if I've ever touched you with the message of God's grace, His love, His provision, His guidance, His salvation, help me help these people. St. Louis was number one in murders in 2017. This is why we are on 104.1, being the most popular hip hop station. We are on there every weekend, spreading the love of Jesus Christ. Now, with ABC 30, we're going into another territory. Maybe those will be just passing by the television station and hear about God's love and grace. I need your help. 100 people at $25 a month. Is the kingdom of God to you worth roughly $6 a week? $6 a week that you can't even supersize nowadays for $6 a week. Is he worth it? Is the kingdom worth it? Those that will come on board with me, you're going to see at the bottom of your screen, once you go to the website, you're going to see some instructions. Join me. I guarantee you, by the power of the Holy Spirit, that He will open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you don't have room enough to receive. When you make His kingdom your priority, He will make your kingdom His priority. When you give, it will be given back to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be given to your bosom. And not only that, as you sow into this soul-winning outreach, who's to say God won't save someone in your family, one of your friends? Stand behind me and let's impact this world for the gospel of Jesus Christ. Look on your screen. You're going to look below. Press that about button, I believe, and connect with me. And let's make the kingdom our priority. When we get to heaven, I guarantee you, somebody will tap you on your shoulder and say, "Sir, ma'am, thank you for giving to the Lord. Because of you, I am the life that was changed. I am so glad you gave." God bless you. God keep you. Father, thank you for those watching. Thank you for the supernatural dimension that you're going to release in their life, because they are standing behind us to propagate and send out this word all over the world. We thank you for the anointing of your Spirit. I ask that you bless them now. Keep them. Cause your face to shine upon them. Lift up your countenance upon them and be gracious unto them and give them peace in every area of their life. In Jesus' name, Amen. Let me hear from you. Standing behind me, ABC 30, in Jesus' name.
All right, welcome to Divine Intel. What you see right now is a video. Apparently, they saw several lights over the sky today, 29 minutes ago. And those lines are basically vertical lights. This happened in Ponce, Puerto Rico. That's exactly the place where they had the earthquake. Some of the places where they had the earthquake, you can see this, all the lights, and people are scared what's going on. They don't have no idea what's going on. And with this, we're going to start your Divine Intel. Welcome to Divine Intel. What you just saw was a video that shows some lights in the sky just about 30 minutes ago in Ponce de Leon in Puerto Rico. That's actually the name of the city, if I'm not mistaken. And people are concerned about those lights, And just like I told you guys, this will be a year with a lot of UFO sites and a lot of disclosure and a lot of discoveries. So here with me is Sister Karen. How you doing, Karen?
I'm doing great, Ben. I'm doing really well.
All right. So this news is in Spanish. So let me just translate in English. And it says like this: the horns of the devil in the Persian Gulf drive social network crazy. Is this a coincidence? No, it's not. I believe it was prophesied by prophetess Veronica West.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yes, it was prophesied by Veronica West. Let me see if I can find it. But let's take a look at the video from CNN en español.
Presentación de teatro por $1.
Oh, this is something that I cannot show. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause this and then I'm gonna come back. All right, we're back.
As the sun rose over the Persian Gulf, wait a minute, what the devil do you see? Many saw this.
Yeah!
Devil horns? Given all the bad stuff happening around the Persian Gulf these days, no wonder it was dubbed Dawn of Evil. That's creepy. The photo was taken by an astronomy buff on vacation in Qatar during a partial eclipse back on December 26th. It went viral after it was published as NASA's astronomy picture of the day. Though physics professor Robert Nemiroff helped pick the photo, he didn't see devil horns.
The sun was rising with the moon blocking part of it.
Plus, the surface of the sea played tricks with the light.
It was a mirage effect.
Speaking of special effects, after Fox News host Sean Hannity posted the image, someone doctored it to show the horns coming out of Sean's head. The photo is begging the question, who exactly is the Great Satan? Devil horns have been around for ages, though the meaning of the gesture varies.
A lady wouldn't make little snake eyes at me when I...
Gene Simmons from Kiss even tried to trademark the sign, unsuccessfully. You know, people are...
Okay, so basically, as you know, people don't believe in that stuff. Don't believe in those manifestations, those supernatural manifestations. So let me take a look at the...
It's interesting, Ben. You know, the Bible talks about the beast rising out of the sea.
Exactly. Well, is it in the Bible?
Yeah, it's in the Bible. The
Okay,
beast
find the
will
scripture.
rise out of the sea. I have to
Find the scripture. Find the scripture so I can put it in this video. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let me take a look at the prophecy I was talking about from prophetess Veronica West. All right. So we're back, and Karen found some scripture in the Bible. Tell us about it.
You know, it's interesting, Ben, in the book of Daniel, Daniel had a vision of a ram and a goat. And it's very long, so I'm not going to read it. But
what is the scripture?
Daniel chapter 8.
Daniel chapter 8. Go ahead.
Correct.
Mhm.
It's basically the whole chapter. But I just want to read you verses 2, 3, and 4, just so that they can get an idea that we may be seeing a sign from God here. Daniel said this, "As I saw the vision, and I was at Susa, the citadel, which was in the province of Elam, and I saw in the vision while I was at the Ulai Canal." Now, I don't know. We're looking probably at the Persian Gulf there, I believe. So it could be parallel. I don't know. I'd have to really study this. Then he said this, "I raised my eyes, and I saw, and behold, a ram standing on the bank of the canal. It had 2 horns, and both horns were high, but one was higher than the other." And that's what we see in this picture. "And the higher one came up last. I saw the ram charging westward, charging northward and southward, and no beast could stand before him, and there was no one who could be rescued from his power. He did as he pleased and became great." Now, this is actually a prophetic word of a conflict that was impending, because what happened is a single horn, Ben, in this later on in this verse, rose up and destroyed the 2-horned ram. It said a single-horned goat rose up and destroyed, and the 2-horned ram that was taking over that region.
Okay, so the 2-horned ram, assuming that is Persia, and Persian is the ram.
Yes.
Okay, so then we need another horn that will destroy Iran.
Correct.
Okay, now let me show you something that it was posted on Facebook, because I got me to think about it,
Good.
So let me play the video for you guys, because this is gonna get interesting. Okay, so we have 2 scenarios. One could be this one. It could be Iran and Turkey, and the other one could be Egypt. So that's a mystery. So let's just listen to Pastor Stephen Cioccolanti and see what he says. It's about 5 minutes, so don't worry about it.
Hi guys, it's Pastor Steve here. I thought that I'll give you a quick update on what's happening. For the first time in history, it looks like the prophecy in Daniel chapter 8 is now possible to be fulfilled within not just our lifetime, within.
Okay, he mentioned Daniel 8, just like you did, Karen.
Awesome. That's awesome, Dan.
Okay, so we own it, because she was just telling me about Daniel 8. So let's see what happened.
Okay.
Any day now. So what's happening in the Middle East is quite contrary to what I heard prophecy people were saying just even a few days and a few weeks ago. They were expecting World War III. Nothing of the sort is happening, and that's why I've kind of kept back. I am going to put up an update really soon that's more detailed with scriptures and pictures and all that. But just for now, just to let you know that I'm on top of prophecy watching, and I'm praying. And Daniel 8 is the next thing. It's not Ezekiel 38 yet. It is Daniel 8, which is the war between the he-goat and the ram. The ram is Iran. The he-goat is Turkey. And how is that going to happen? I've been waiting for it. It's in my book, The Divine Code, for many years. And it's now coming to pass. They're going to vie for power. They're going to fight to be the top Islamic country. It's either Sunni Turkey or Shia Iran. One of them wants to dominate. And the Bible says that Iran actually wins for a while. Iran is going to be able to push west and north and south, and they will be able to conquer for a little while. But then Turkey will come and push back. So this is Daniel chapter 8. The angel told Daniel that this is for the end time. It was not historical. And how is it going to happen? Well, Donald Trump has actually made a masterful move to get Iran to back down, to stop fighting and killing Americans. And they know that he's serious. They know that he will kill their leaders. he just killed their second in command, their top general. So they know he means business, and they're not going to mess with him. But it also has given an opportunity for Iraq to say goodbye, America. They've had enough of America, and really America should have enough of Iraq. It's yielded no fruit for Americans to lose their lives in Iraq. It's yielded no oil. America is now oil independent. Congratulations. That's what Donald Trump has been able to do. You're all oil independent. So you don't need to be there. You're not going to make, I think I heard Tucker Carlson say you're not going to make Iraq into Belgium. It's never going to happen. And this region is very unstable. It's Ishmael fighting with his own brothers. It says that he's going to be a wild donkey of a man, the prophecy in Genesis says, and his hand will be against everybody, and everybody's hand will be against him. And just like in the Bible times, when the Moabites turn on each other, or turn on the other Ammonites and all the otherites, people like to joke, all the other parasites. Well, they've been fighting each other like that for years, and it's long before America. You're not going to fix it. It's not your job. Focus on America, make America great again. And it is going to leave a power vacuum, but let them fight it out for themselves. Turkey is going to end up fighting Iran. Iran will fight Turkey. The other Sunni states are going to have an interest in making sure that the Sunni powers win. So they're going to they already kind of accept Turkey's leadership. This is why Libya has recently asked Turkey to come and intercede or intervene militarily. So look, I've never seen a scenario where Daniel chapter 8 could be at our doorstep, and it's happening in 2020. I mentioned that in many videos. I mentioned that in the Divine Code books. Again, check it out in Amazon if you haven't gotten that yet. It's all there. It's in chapter 20. It's also in chapter 2, Dreams. And you can look up in the index. I've got all the countries listed in the index, and you can just go through them one by one. A lot of that material is more than 10 years old that I put there. The books are 10th anniversary printing. And it's coming to pass. I mean, I'm excited. I'm not excited for war, but I'm excited that there is a peace for Americans. Americans can go home. You have tried your best to turn Iraq into a democracy, and it's not going to happen. So go home, rest, let the soldiers come home, and this is why Trump is there. He's there because he's going to end the endless wars. So that's a part of justice, a part of peace for Americans. So actually, I want to say congratulations to Trump, congratulations to America. You've averted World War III. And the next war is Daniel chapter 8. So it looks like it's going to happen in 2020. I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you updated. This is a real quick word. There will be a follow-up coming up soon. Again, I appreciate you very much. I'm traveling and ministering to different churches, and I appreciate your prayers. I appreciate your support. And I'm trying to take care of, my mission here, God's mission for me in Australia and in the Asian Pacific region.
Okay, so... All right, so according to him, Donald Trump diverted the World War III for what happened. Because he even said it, I came to prevent war, not to make another one.
Correct.
So hopefully that will divert World War III. So now the word that is coming is Daniel 8, right?
Yes.
Daniel 8, and that's interesting. Now let's go back. Let me take a look at the prophecy of Charlie Shamp. Okay, so we're back. Here is the prophecy of Charlie Shamp. So let's analyze the prophecy. Let's see if it contradicts to Daniel 8. Again, I heard the voice of the Lord said, Iran, your deal is done. The foreign favors have come to an end. You have dealt harshly against my people Israel. You have sought their destruction in the midst. I have seen your plan to tear Israel apart and wipe her from the face of the earth. Your heart of hate has forced my hand against you, and your agreement with America will be turned in two. Now you will deal with me in the days to come. Behold, I will break your bow, Iran. Now let me stop it right there. I believe that bow, isn't that a symbol of Iran in a street?
The bow, it's like a bow and arrow, right?
Yeah, isn't that
I
a
think you
symbol?
might be right.
Yeah. So he said that he's gonna break the bow, Iran. So I know that bow is a big stature in some kind of street in Iran where people can actually walk through. Cars can walk through. It's very famous.
I'll look for it.
Yeah. So anyway, let's continue reading. Behold, I will break your bow, Iran. The foremost of your might will be destroyed. For I will cause you to dismay before your enemies, and before those who seek your life. I will bring disaster upon you, and I will send a sword of my war, and I will strike your heart. Yes, the heart of Tehran. I will set my throne in your nation, and will destroy from there the king and the princes. I will bring back the captives of the nation, those who gather with me in secret to pray are the more than those who meet with you in the open, meaning there's a hidden church of Christians, right?
Correct.
I have heard the cry of my people coming from this land for freedom. I have caused my word to be heard. And please stop sending me messages. Thank you. So I have heard the cry of my people coming from this land of freedom. I have caused my word to be heard in the heart of the nation. And soon some of you trust will turn to me and bow their knee. The destruction I will bring will not be by might nor by power, but by my spirit. My hand will sweep across the nation, and many will be saved in one single day. There is a rumbling coming that will shake the ground. You will feel its force. It's talking about a rumbling coming. Could be a scandal or something like that, or change politically, right?
Yes, it could be bombs or
Yes. For it will
uh,
be the sign of what will come, shaking in your government, a shaking in your economy, a shaking of your religion. I will shake free every hand and feet from the shackles that hold them, and they will walk free. Yes, they will march in the streets. I bring the four winds from the four quarters of heaven, and will shatter deception and scatter your lies by these winds. Get ready, for it will begin. The dry bones will come to life, even the bones of my prophet Daniel, who is buried in your country, buried in your country, will shake as a sign that my people in the nation will awake. He's talking about the removal of the Ayatollah.
absolutely. You know, Ben, this is amazing, you know, because see, God talks in symbols that we already know. He often repeats himself so that we can recognize his voice. And so the horns repeats a part of Daniel 8, so we can recognize that God is speaking. And what he's saying is there's a transition about to take place. There's a transition taking place over that region, and another region is overcoming. Now, I wish I was a better scholar in this area. This isn't my area, but the goat is arising, and I'm wondering if the U.S. is the goat. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm stupid in this area, so I've read it many times, many years ago, but not.
Well, we'll see about it. I don't think that the code series needs to symbolize something or someone, right?
It does. It does.
Yeah,
Like
so-
there are goat nations and sheep nations. Now, sheep nations are nations that follow the Lord, and goat nations are nations that I found the Iran statue.
You found it?
I found it.
All
Yeah.
right, let me put a pause so my people can see it. So what you found over here, you found this, and this is not it. I know it because I saw it in a vision. I saw this bow in one
Oh.
side and the other side, and people in cars can go through. It's very famous in Iran, and that's what I saw in a vision when I was reading the prophetic word of Charlie Shamp. So maybe
I'm
we
gonna
can
look.
find it later on. Don't worry about it. Okay? Maybe
Yes.
we can find it later on. Maybe someone of you guys can find it and then send it to me. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So now let me make it clear what's happening with me and Twitter. All right. So another of the liberals, like Mary Williamson, just announced that she suspended her campaign for president. Big deal. And basically, I'm able to watch, tweets. I'm able to watch tweets. Okay, I can see currency 365 tweets. I said
That's handy. That's handy.
my life has been threatened these last 2 days, so bear with me, Patreon. The videos will be, I don't know why they do it. Why he's saying that he's been threatened. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised that they threaten. Because there's a lot of idiots up there. So let's see what happened. Anyway, so what's the point? What's the problem? Well, I got banned. I got suspended. I cannot tweet. I cannot go even take a look at my messages. I cannot do that. Says your account is suspended. It's not permitted to perform this action. I already tried to enable it, and I haven't received no email, nothing. So I will let you guys know. Probably I'm going to, and this is the thing. I have two accounts. I have Benny Wilson 7, and I got Benny Wilson C, and both have been suspended. They thought that I created Benny Wilson C in case they blocked me Benny Wilson 7. That was not the case. I just had two accounts. But why they blocked me? They blocked me because I revealed something they did not want me to reveal. I'm calling too much the attention, and they don't like it. Was this the first time? No, this is not the first time. Through the 5 years that I've been doing this stuff, I've been banned, kicked out. As a matter of fact, in Facebook, I lost one account, and it was the fake news account. Okay, they took it out. I could never retrieve it. I could never recover it. And now also I recently got blocked today. Let me show you the picture of what I'm talking about, because I was just trying to post something and I got blocked. 1 second. Okay, guys, this is the picture I took. I was just trying to put this liberal picture news, and it says, we'll review your activity for your account against your community standards. So for them, putting the news from this liberal, it was against their community standards. That's not it. The reason why they doing it to me, they blocking me, because they don't want me around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they don't want me around.
Too controversial.
Exactly. So I'm revealing stuff that they don't want me to tell. Okay, simple as that.
And you're very pro-Trump as well. So
yeah, for Trump as well. It's the establishment. What can you do?
yeah.
All right, so that's the reason why. So I don't know. I'm back on Facebook so far. Hopefully they will keep me. Or maybe someday they will get rid of me. They can do that anytime.
Mm-hmm.
So what's gonna be? Well, I just told you. I got some contacts. I got some contact lists. I will keep sending my email blast, even if I don't have no social.
So technically,
Do me a favor. Yes, block that. Okay, I'm talking over here. Thank you. All right. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is I don't know if I'm going to last in Facebook. I don't know if I'm going to recover my Twitter account. I don't know. So if in case they kick me out and permanently, I'm not coming back to Facebook and I'm not coming back to Twitter. What social media will I use? Maybe none. I don't know. So I'm gonna continue sending email blasts to all that thousands of people that I have in my contact list. And I'm going to continue, posting on YouTube until they kick me out from YouTube. And I will continue to do it in Vimeo, which I'm paying for it. It's a private company. I really doubt that they might kick me out, but hey, they can do that too. Okay? So that's the plan. The plan is that don't worry about it. I'm gonna be posting stuff in YouTube. A lot of people have been, reading my posting on YouTube. I've done only one time. I'll be posting news. I'll be posting stuff on YouTube. I'll be posting my videos on YouTube, and I'll be posting my videos in Vimeo. I will also be marketing my pay-per-views over my email blast, and that's it. Don't worry about it. That they can do whatever they can until they really get rid of me. Okay, so that's it. That's the plan. So far, I'm still in Facebook. Join me. I'm on Facebook, and it's basically facebook.com / Divine Intel with Benny Wilson. Okay, and yeah, that's it. All right, so let's see if I can find more news so we can continue. Then we're gonna pass through the last thing we'll see. What we'll do is we're going to do the the PowerPoint, right? All right.
Sure.
All right, so we're back, and now this is a terrible news from our brother in Christ, Dr. David Woods. His mother just was found dead from an
Wow.
overdose or heroin. So for those who've been following me, following Dr. Woods, his brother is in coma, okay,
Mm.
in life support because of another overdose in drugs.
Mm.
In his family, it's a very dysfunctional family like everybody else, but this is a really bad case. And if you can hear him, I've been telling you guys that he has a medical condition. He cannot cry. He can be nothing emotional. I sent you the video. Did you see the video for his testimony?
I watched it. It was the guy is brilliant.
Yes. Well,
Is it narcissist?
No, it's not narcissist. A narcissist has nothing to do about your feelings.
Okay.
Okay, he is medical. He has been medical diagnosed with psychopath. He's a psychopath.
Oh, okay.
So he cannot cry. He cannot feel pain or suffering. Basically, he just, somebody died. Okay, life continues, and he laugh. He makes jokes a lot, but he just cannot cry. But he knows that God is controlling him. If you watch his testimony, you'll learn what I'm talking about. Okay, he's an
He's been
anomaly.
used. Yeah, he's been used. Yeah,
He's an
exactly.
anomaly. He's an anomaly, and he's been used to convert a lot of Muslims into Christianity. So my heart and my prayer goes to him and his family, and hopefully his brother can make it. Okay?
He even murdered his father, right?
No, he didn't murder her.
That's what he said in the video.
No, you didn't see
Oh
it.
no, the father's still alive. He lived.
Yes, he
Yes,
lived.
that's right.
Okay. Yes.
He lived. That's
All right.
right.
So that's what you need. You guys you guys need to see that video. It is profoundly dramatic. And listen exactly what he said. You need to pay attention what he said, because he's gonna take you to a journey that he went through. If you have studied psychology, you will understand exactly what he went through. If you haven't studied psychology, it's gonna be kind of difficult for you to actually grasp his situation, because you need to be educated. You need to know what his psychology is all about. Okay, what is the psychosis behind it? What is the dramatic learning behind it? We see life according to what we experience in life. We see God according to what we go through our life. My God is not the same God that Kerry has or you have. It's a different God. It looks similar, but it's not similar because my experiences are totally different than yours.
Hmm.
Okay? So, it's not that my God is perfect or better than your God. It's just different. The experience that I went through. It's like when people ask me, Benny, what is like to talk to an alien? What is like to go through a ship and go to another planet? What is like to this? What is like to that? There is no words for me to explain it, how I felt, what it was like, because it's a own situation. It's an own solely situation. You need to be present so you understand what I'm going through. I cannot explain it, not even in Spanish, what I actually went through and learned through that experience. Okay? You need to live for yourself. Did I make myself clear? I don't know.
Yeah, that's very good.
Okay, so that's the reason why I keep saying it, that unfortunately there's no word to describe um, how I felt, how that actually changed my perception of the world.
Hmm.
It's very hard to describe it, but I know that I was never the same. I was just never the same. Now I can see a lot of stuff and it just does not impress me, does not shock me. And why did not shock me? Because I already saw it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Already saw it. That's if I had never seen it, then probably I get some kind of a trauma, psychological trauma. It will really mess you up. That's what I've been saying all the time. That even people who come out to me with the stupid questions say, "I just wish I can go. Why don't you just call them? Let me go with you." You don't know what you're talking about. You don't want to go with me. You don't want to see that what I went through. Okay? You don't want to see what I went through. You don't want to feel what I went through. You don't want to experience the aftershock when I went through. Because your life, the whole perception is going to change. Probably it's better that you stay the way you are. But don't ever wish that. Don't ever wish to be there or watch that. 90% of the people, my friends, they all tell me the same thing. Oh man, I wish I could be there. No, you don't. Trust me. I have said sometimes that if you watch, experience the thing that I experience myself, you probably will shit yourself. Literally, you will shit your pants. You will pee your pants because it's just too scary. It's too dramatic. Okay, it's too dramatic. The energies that happens there. Before you know it, you lost your sense of time, your sense of reality, and then you find yourself, well, what am I gonna do? You feel useless, you feel powerless, you don't feel safe. And those minutes or those seconds, basically, you feel like it's an eternity. Did I make myself clear? I don't know.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah.
It's an
It's very
eternity.
overwhelming, right?
It's too much. It's just too much, people. So, my best advice is that you guys never wish to go through the things that I went through. Okay. That's my best wishes. That's my honest opinion. You can continue thinking and talking like retards, like Ken Dunt, saying, "Oh, my friends are the Dragonians. They're the cool people." Yeah, whatever you wanted to do. You wanted to be a retard, be a retard. But that's not it. In reality, is a huge difference between fantasy, you know, lies, and reality is a totally different game. Totally different game. All right? Okay. And therefore said is I've said it all the time. 95, maybe 97% of all the alleged alien contact, they're fake, they're false. Okay? They're fake, they're false. I guarantee you. I can guarantee you that. They're fake, they're false. Okay? That's why many people hate me, because it's totally different than what you heard from many of those people. These people make millions of dollars. They make millions of dollars through workshops, through interviews, books,
movies,
movies, you name it.
documentaries.
Documentaries, you name them. So when somebody come up to me and say, "Have you read this book, Benny? Have you done this, Benny?" I said, "Look, why do you want me to do this? I mean, why do you want my honest opinion? You know?"
Well, it would cause you to live through it all over and over
Yes,
and over.
you know, no, it's not that. It's not that. It's because my opinion will offend, not will offend the same people who are asking me about their books. They're fucking lies.
What about the time travelers?
There's no lie about that. But that the reality is totally different than what you heard, people. I'm just telling you this. Okay? It's just too much information. I don't want to look. Just by releasing this information on this video, it can get me out of Facebook forever. Because the establishment doesn't want me to literally explain what I went through. That's what I don't like to talk about it. I don't like to talk about it because I'm going to begin to be the #1 target. And they're going to kick me out, man. I'm serious.
Well, let's move on.
All right? So that's the reason why I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, so let's go back. Let's see what we can find in this wonderful world of news. All right, so just for this time, because I just happened to publish this. It says New York team discovers new planet while interning with NASA. So it caught my attention because if I click on it, it says this. A New York team reached for the star last summer and found a one-of-a-kind planet. Please pay attention to this because I think I did a testimony when I went to a planet. Okay? So it says Wolf Cukier 17, an intern of NASA Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland, last July, was tasked with going through data on star brightness for the facility ongoing Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite Mission, or TESS. The Scarsdale High School senior was looking for a foreign system located 13 light years from the Earth. He said that he observed what appeared to be a slight darkness in one of the system's suns. It turned out that the darkness was a planet 6.9 times larger than Earth that orbited two stars, what scientists call a circumbinary planet. So basically, it's a planet that has two suns. Now, what's that got to do with me? When I was adopted, when I was 13 years old, I think I was 12 or 13 years old, they took me to a planet. It was 17 years lights away from planet Earth. And this planet has not 2 suns, it has 3 suns. And this planet has life on it. This planet has a very strange type of fauna. The trees were looking weird. I cannot explain it, like I said, before. And that the gravity was a little heavier than the gravity here on Earth.
Okay. Then
I met, I think, probably 100,000 human beings that were kidnapped or take over the same day that I was taken over. And they all got it together there because they all basically put a chip on us. Please pay attention. They put a chip on us, and they told us that in the near future for them could be here in 60 or 70 years. I don't know. But they said that I was 13, so I'm 55 right now, so you figure out. So they told me that that chip will be activated once they actually want the disclosure will be revealed. When that chip is activated, I'm going to remember everything that happens on that planet, and I'm going to remember all the teachings that they actually did to me. So my mission was to wake up the consciousness. Not everybody had the same mission. Some has a different mission, and some don't. I actually saw a lot of people there. And I'm receiving a phone call. Should I answer it? Maybe that's, hold on. Somebody calling me, so let me just put a hold.
Call from 970.
Let me put that. Somebody's calling, and let me put a stop on this, okay? Hold on. Okay, so we're back. Yes, it was one of the guys that I had this guy a long time in my show. So let me call back Karen because I think she is still here. Yeah, so he was one of my guys that I had on my show, Karen.
Oh.
So he was wondering where I was. A lot of people wonder where I am. Still on Facebook. Okay, I'm still on Facebook. I'm not on Twitter, and I'm also posting on YouTube. And then so now I think what we were talking about what happened in my experience, right?
Yes,
So
in the planet.
yeah. So now that you know what happened in that planet, I don't even remember the name of the planet because I think they don't want me to mention the planet name. Because if I mention the planet name, then I'm gonna get in trouble. Because this is a real planet with the name that matches what or how the NASA has called it. Okay. So, all right. So basically, that's what I'm talking about. All right. So let's talk about Megan.
Yes,
And
in Canada.
In Canada. So just like I said, one of the things that got me trouble from kicking me out from Twitter was because I mentioned on my free show that the Queen was really upset with the cabal because they wanted to sacrifice Meghan.
Yes.
And she wanted to actually, she's basically telling everybody, no, you better kill me instead. Because she loves Meghan. All right, so and now all of a sudden, the prince and the Meghan and her husband are quitting royalty.
There you go. There's
all right.
Not
so
a shock.
That's not a shock because I told you guys.
That's right.
That's why they don't want me around. All right, so this is Trump celebrating birthday of the fat boy. And he's basically doing it because it's political. The guy's genius. He's just being political. Now it says that Iraq asks United States 14 to prepare troop pullout. Is not gonna happen yet. I just told you they have a mission to accomplish. Now the Duchess returned to Canada, and somebody asked me, can Prince what's his name?
Harry?
Harry can he became the Minister of Canada? Yes, he can.
The Prime Minister. Oh, okay. Yeah.
He can become the Prime Minister of Canada. Will he want it to be? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. Okay, so we got right now breaking news. They just sent it to me. I think it's breaking news. This is old stuff. Why they keep sending me old stuff, man? Oh man. Anyway, so the economy is growing 145,000 jobs, and you're watching Ben's prophecy. If you're watching this video, that was the prophecy the Pastor McGrady was given through me when I was talking to him over the phone. Then all of a sudden the Holy Ghost started talking to me. So I gave him 2 prophecies. I'm not going to mention the second prophecy because it's private. But let me just show you, according to what the Lord told me, those 2 prophecies already passed. Okay? Now that prophecy was given 2 years ago, not 6 months. He feels like it was 6 months. It was 2 years ago when I gave him that prophecy. He got shocked. He remembers exactly the way I told him that his ministry was actually going to be broadcast in the mainstream media. Okay, and I told him that. I'm gonna ask all of you to please help him in his ministry. If you right now you're going to see the landing page address. That's the landing page address. What do I want you to go to that landing page? Well, because I need you to put your name and email and collect your information so I can provide you with broadcasts and many things that we're gonna have updates, stuff like that. And if you want to be part of God's ministry, and wants to be blessed, and I'm gonna tell you something. I think I made the testimony, right? I don't know if you remember, but I told you that I sent my computer. I sent one of the computers. That was my in case of emergency computer, okay? And I sent the computer to him so he could do his broadcasting stuff,
Get started, yep.
I sent him a microphone. I just letting you know what happened to me, okay? So it happens in a very moment that I didn't have no money, but I said it to him. And then all of a sudden, my computer broke. Remember that time that my computer broke? I couldn't find any.
I remember. I was like, you got to be kidding.
And my computer broke, and it was a test. And I said, the Lord said, well, wait a minute. I have no computer. I just sent the computer to Stephen. So I said, no. I said, I just didn't have the money to buy a new computer. I just didn't. And I said, and I even told Karen, right, Karen? I told you, look, the Lord told me to help him. Listen to this. The Lord told me to help him in his ministry. So I did exactly that. I didn't ask questions. I didn't say, I'm going to wait for the RB to happen so I can help him out. No, I didn't go to that. I helped him right away.
The way you that was available to you at that time, whatever that was, right?
Whatever that time is.
Which was the computer. You had a bit of equipment.
Yes, and I even bought it from my own pocket, a brand new microphone. So nice. I did that to him, so to help in his ministry. Yep. So when that moment happened, I asked the Lord, you told me to help him out. I did. Now I need a computer. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I need a new computer. Simple. And I was just thinking about, if I can get a used computer just to do my show. And guess what happened? The Lord didn't want me to do a new computer. I bought myself a very expensive computer through a
special deal.
A social deal. Oh no, it was a credit that they offered me.
Yeah, monthly payment plan.
Monthly payment plan, and I didn't have to pay it out monthly because later on then I had the means to pay for my computer, so I don't owe nothing to anybody. And why? Because I listen to the word of God and I follow my faith. I talked to prophetess. What's her name? One of my prophetess.
Alexander.
Olive, and she told me about her faith. They called it a leap of faith. Leap of faith.
Yes.
She all of a sudden, she heard the Lord said, "Go to Africa," and she went to Africa like nothing happened. Okay, like nothing happened. She went to Africa, and they gave her, and at the moment she was about to leave Africa, the Lord told her that she was going to look for the signal. What was the signal? The signal, I think, is, I don't remember exactly what the signal is, but she found the signal in a billboard. In a
Love it.
billboard, you know,
Yep.
and that's how God it is.
Confirmation.
God give you a leap of faith. So I take the leap of faith without worrying about, did I make a mistake? Was I listening to a demon? Am I going crazy? No. I blindly go and do what the Lord tells me what to do. So why am I saying this? I'm telling you this, people, because if you are going to be part of his ministry, get ready to have a miracle happen in your life. We need shows like Stephen to help alleviate the problem of immorality in our country. We have a lot of people committing tremendous sins, abortion, killing
Murder.
people, murder. And when Stephen goes live or goes in a video, there is something about many people listening to his voice that turn out the page and they actually stop what they're doing.
Yeah, that's the Holy Spirit.
So, what am I saying? If you can afford $25, if you want to experience if you want to experience by the leap of faith that you're going to get a miracle because of your faith, because of the love that you have for other people to have this word, I recommend that you get into this. Once again, I'm going to show the link of that landing page and get on it and pay for at least 6 months $25 so he can get this ministry to the world, to the city where he lives. 6 months, $25 every month, because after the 6 months the Lord told me that he will go worldwide. That's what the Lord told me.
I believe it, Ben. I
He
totally
will go
believe it.
worldwide, and there will be many other churches sponsoring him. Okay, there will be many other ministries sponsoring his church. He's going big, people. You know why he's going big? Because the legacy of the Lord is big. Okay, the legacy of the Lord is big. Now, this prophetic word, I did not tell him that. I just releasing the prophetic word right now, because that's what the Lord told me. He's going worldwide. Okay, so I stick what I said. Wait 6 months. Let's see what happens. Okay.
Good.
Because this year is going to be the year of miracles. Okay. All right.
That's good.
So that's basically. So now I think we're ready for the PowerPoint. Don't you think? Or should I look for more news? Maybe, I don't know.
No, I think we're good, Ben. I think it would be good to get to some of the intel and what God is doing in the PowerPoint,
Yes.
etc.
But before I go to my PowerPoint, I have a little news for you. So I have news for you. This is your new special report, War Games. What am I going to talk about in War Games? The plans for the Earth Alliance in the coming days concerning Iran and Iraq.
Okay.
The plans that will change the financial system. You don't want to miss this. I'm telling you. You don't want to miss this. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was sharing the intel with him. And that guy goes, man, you are so privileged, Benny, what you are sharing with people. Said because he said that, he's a pastor, right?
Mhm.
And he been sharing a lot of stuff was happening in Iran and Iraq. And he says, you are confirmation what I've been sharing.
Hmm.
You are the confirmation what I've been sharing. I even mentioned your name in my church. Everybody wants to meet you. They're asking me, why don't you bring Benny in our church? And he tells them straight out, he cannot be seen, I cannot show up. But this is the things that when I talk about it, my free show got me in trouble. And I get confirmations all the time. Whenever I do a pay-per-view, I get confirmation. Hey, I remember this guy say this, and it happened.
Mhm.
All the time, people. Those are intels, because I do have sources. Gurus don't have nothing. Literally nothing, not even brain. Okay? So I'm offering you to watch this if you want to be ready what's coming, because what's going to happen, watch people, there will be a lot of, listen to this, I'm going to share this with you. Listen to this, before it happens. In the next 2 weeks, there will be a lot of confusion what's going to happen in Iraq. In the next 2 weeks, there will be a lot of confusion what's going to happen in Iraq. In Iraq, not in Iran. Okay?
Mhm.
That's basically the most I can share with all of you. There will be a lot of confusion. And also I'm bringing a lot of information about banks. Confirmation about banks. Okay? Because that's basically what we need. We need transformation in the bank industry. So I invite you to see this pay-per-view, this special report, and enjoy it, because the ride is just going to start. We are starting the new ride, and this ride is going to shock you guys. Okay. All right. So now let's go to the PowerPoint. Okay. So I guess this is it. We're gonna go right now for the PowerPoint. I'm kind of tired, so please forgive me, but I've been busy the whole day. I actually been awake since 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh boy.
All right, so let's do this. All right, so this is the best prophecy because of the prophecy that was given to Pastor Stephen McCrary. But we're going to be talking about what we are here for, right?
Yes.
So today is Monday, January the 10th. Oh, believe it or not, my dad forgot about my birthday, so today is my official birthday.
Really?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
So thank you.
That means
right.
you're 1 year older than you were on December 21st.
Exactamundo. All right. So the topics today is not done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a...
What?
Yes, you didn't finish this. All right. You didn't do this the right way. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pause on this video and I'm going to finish it myself. All right, so let's do this the right way, okay?
Okay.
All right, so first of all, now I heard something else. I cannot do this. I'm gonna have to put another pause on the video because I cannot work with this noises in the background. And it's just too annoying. I need to be really having peace right here. Otherwise, I cannot do the show. Okay, we finally did it. Okay, let's go do it. All right, so the topics we're going to cover in this presentation will be the following. We're going to talk about the moon eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Wolfman.
tonight, right? What time is the moon eclipse?
You know what, Ben? I think it's in about an hour my time, but it's going to be later your time, right? So it's all different times.
It's going to be seen over in the north side of the country, or where?
It is. I'm going to have to look it up.
Okay,
Sorry.
Go ahead and look it up. while I do.
Explain it.
Yeah, go ahead and look it up right now. Okay. And then the second topic we're gonna talk about this Iran situation. It's very important. It's very important that you see this because this is intel. Okay, intelligence. So, but before that, we're gonna talk about the wolf moon eclipse. They call it wolf moon eclipse for a reason. Why they call it wolf moon eclipse? Karen?
Well, because the wolves howl at the moon because it's a full red moon. But there's a lot of things that are, prophesied or predicted behind the wolf moon.
Okay.
Some of which I've sent to you, which you can explain.
Right. Yes. Look, what I know about this eclipse is that it basically, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word.
Reset?
No, that's not the word. I'm looking for a word that not prophesies. What's the word I'm looking for? It will
Project or
it's basic.
shift?
It's no, that's not the word. Man, sometimes I go blank my mind. Anyway, so basically, it's the like the trumpet. Okay, it's like the
Okay.
trumpet that calls for a event that are about to happen.
Symbolizes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen an event that is going to be bloody because it's going to be red. Okay.
Yep.
And also is going to be a event that will change your paradigm. It's basically calling the reset. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as you know, the trade deal will happen on the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
On the 15th. So in 10 days, actually, sorry, 5 days.
5 days
We're going
announcements.
to have the announcement of the trade deal. We know that will trigger the revaluation of all the currencies. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Trust me what I'm telling you. After the signature is done, we don't know how long will it take, but we know that it's going to trigger the revaluation of currencies. And we're supposed to be hearing from Vietnam after this is done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when Vietnam comes by, as a matter of fact, Vietnam wanted to be part of this. Hopefully I don't get in trouble. But Vietnam wanted to be part of this same deal. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're gonna allow it. But anyway, now you hear it here first. You didn't hear from your retard guru. Because they don't have nothing. They have no intelligence. They just cannot predict things that we can predict here in Divine Intel. All right, so that's what's gonna happen with the full moon. But I said it's gonna be bloody because things are gonna go wrong, people. Okay, so what you gotta watch, it depends. Do you find out where it's gonna be watched these clips?
I can't find it.
You can't find it. All right.
I'm just.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a pause in this and let me do a little research. I need to find out where it's gonna be look at it because depending what's gonna be look at this event, I can tell you what is going to happen on that region. Okay, we find the time and location where this wolf moon lunar eclipse will be seen. Can you tell us, Karen?
It says what I found, the eclipse will be visible primarily from the eastern hemisphere with countries in Europe, Africa, and much of Asia.
Okay, as you can see, that is going to be affected by Asia. The currency will be affecting in Asia, and the reason why it's going to be affected also in Europe is because it's pre-calling what's going to happen bloodily in Europe.
Yeah.
Europe will collapse after Brexit leave by the end of this month.
And Africa too, right? There's a shift happening there.
There's a shift in Africa. I know what you guys thinking. Oh, Zimbabwe.
No.
Okay? No. I just told you that nothing will happen until Donald Trump remove the money, his economic, and then we can talk about Zimbabwe.
Maybe.
If Donald Trump remove his economic aid over Zimbabwe, we can talk 24 hours about Zimbabwe. Okay, so stop the madness, stop the retarding, okay? Nothing's gonna happen in Zimbabwe. Sorry. Okay? Alright. Alright, so there you go. So the Iranian, everything is looking really what you call it, interesting what's gonna happen in the regions, right?
Very
Those regions.
interesting.
So
Yeah.
there you go. All right, so that's basically what I'm going to tell you right now. We are waiting for the trade deal between China and the United States. It looked like the reason will happen. How long or how fast? Only God knows. Okay? And then we will see. For certainly, the changes in the values of currencies. Now, we're talking about currencies in Asia. Some currencies also will be will also change in the Middle East, but we don't know for certain. Okay, so that's basically your intel. All right, so now let's talk about the Iran situation. All right, so the more you're educated, the more you're gonna stop the BS. Okay. So you need to use critical thinking. What is critical thinking? Is basically you analyzing the situation, you see the pros and cons, and you're thinking out of the box. Okay?
Yes.
So for people who have been going through a rigorous times in college, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to critical thinking. All right? So what are the chances that the United States will bomb the nuclear sites of Iran? The answer is very little. Very little chance. Okay? Why? Well, because we need to analyze what will be like if that ever happened. With all the respect, when you do a prophecy like that, basically that's not my prophecy, that's somebody else's prophecy about having the nuclear sites in
The boom, bomb.
the Iran. You need to think about it before you say something like that. Okay, so we need to use critical thinking concerning what are the consequences or what will happen if they actually do that. Okay, so what is the first thing that may happen if Israel or the United States ever attempt to destroy Iran's nuclear sites? The first thing that may happen is a nuclear disaster. You don't want that.
No.
If a nuclear disaster happens, the whole world will be affected. And trust me, if the United States does it, we are going to be more hated than anything in the world. If Israel does it, and I know that Israel doesn't give a damn, even Israel knows that the whole world will actually turn their back on them. So no, you need to understand that Donald Trump, this is why Donald Trump does not want to do that, and neither does Israel. Because it's not political accepted, and it just is going to be more losing than gaining anything.
Yeah, a great loss.
Okay, so yeah, we do have the technology to do something so precise to prevent them to prevent Iran to develop any nuclear weapon. That is called surgical attacks. It's called surgical attack because it's precise. That's exactly what happened when they killed, his name is Soleimani. Yeah, the terrorists. They use
Yep.
surgical attack. Surgical attack is a very practical, strategic way using the latest technology of drones. This can be done either by the United States or Israel. Yes, they can. But even a surgical attack, people, even this type of attack cannot guarantee, fully, to prevent a nuclear disaster. So no, I don't think they're gonna be able to do that. Even they're not. I don't think they're gonna be so full to run the risk. Okay, so the chances of the United States, that Israel or United States attack in the nuclear sites are very, very little. In my vision, I did not see the United States or Israel attack Iran. I saw somebody else. I said probably Saudi Arabia. And the reason why I say this is because since I couldn't tell who it was, because the drones do not carry flags or
Identification, yeah.
identification. But in the spirit, it was not the United States and it was not Israel.
Hmm.
In the spirit, what I could tell, could it be Saudi Arabia? But then things change. Okay? So removing the hand of America of Iran is something that was predicted, was basically part of the prophetic word of King Clement, as we all know. But there are only two ways that the United States can actually remove their hand over America, over Iran. Okay? Because when the prophetic word of King Clement talk about that, it means if you dare to put your hands over Iran, seems like Iran will be vulnerable right there. I can tell you right now. Iran will be vulnerable, and maybe the United States is going to try to annihilate more out of Iran. Got it?
Yep.
So that's what I don't think that is going to happen, because God says, no, if you try, he says, you see, if you go back to the prophetic word, you see that he says, if you try, something's going to happen to Iran that's going to be vulnerable for the United States to take out. Talk about oil, probably, I don't know. Look, if Donald Trump have said that he's going to take the oil from Iraq, what makes you think that he will not take the oil from Iran?
Exactly.
Okay?
It's not
So
that
that's why
stupid.
I just put in this way, because look, if something happened between Iran and other countries and leave Iran in such a terrible situation, it seems to me that that's what God is telling us in the prophetic word. So first, the United States will not leave the Middle East until the threat has been removed. What is the threat? For Iran to develop a nuclear warhead. If they are still able to develop nuclear warheads, the threat will persist. There is no other way. You need to use the logic, people. There needs to be a justification and a logic why God has said, if you dare to put your hands over Iran, I will remove the hand of America over Iran so my people can receive their blessing. You all know that in Iran is the biggest Christian church hidden in Iran. But there's a threat. So once the threat is gone, they can leave the Middle East. Okay, what is the threat? The threat of Iran. Second, one of these countries that I'm about to mention could actually take the threat out of the way. And I told you that what I saw in the spirit was Saudi Arabia, but guess what? Now things changes, because now I got to mention those two countries. We just talk about Daniel 8, right?
Yes, Daniel 8.
And we talk about Turkey. But there's another country that may give us a shock. Those two countries are Turkey and Egypt. So
That's
we
good.
got Saudi Arabia, Turkey, or Egypt that may, like I say, I cannot guarantee it, may actually get into big wars with Iran. We need to wait. This can change drastically overnight. Any of
Would
these, yes?
would they unite then? Would they unite?
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. Turkey doesn't need to unite to anybody. Turkey
Yeah, that's true.
is a nuclear superpower.
Wow.
Okay? So any of these countries should be able to destroy Iran's nuclear site and therefore remove the threat from Iran over the United States and over the world. Okay?
Okay.
So
Yep.
that was your intel. You need to use intelligence to analyze the situation. Personally, this is me, Benny Wilson. I do not believe the United States will do that. Neither Israel. It's just too risky. Okay? It's just too risky. Okay? I see some other countries that really don't give a damn about the environment. They don't give a damn about asking for permission. They're looking for what? They are looking for power. They're looking to fulfill their agenda. Like for example, Turkey. Turkey is Sunni and Iraq is Shia. And Sunni and Shias have been doing wars since ever. Okay? And Egypt can actually come over and do the same thing. Okay? So they're looking to be the number one in the Middle East. Because the Middle East, after the break in the system happened, with the dinar and with the successful treaty between Palestine and Israel, the Middle East will be the center of the whole world. Because a lot of wealth will be created in that region. Did I make myself clear?
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
Actually becomes the seat of the Antichrist
Yes.
and eventually the seat of Jesus Christ himself.
Yes. So if you want to know more about the incoming dates, which basically I already told you what I can share with you, that in the coming days, things are going to be very confusing.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I just saw a breaking news right now. And it says, Iraq returns to chaos. Ajad Alawi resigns from parliament.
Wow.
See, and I just told you, this just came out. And I just told you during this recording that there will be a lot of confusion in Iraq. Did I say that?
You did. Absolutely.
And it's already happening. Why? Because things are accelerating. They are accelerating because your blessing is coming. So here's the deal. Your special report is called War Games. In this video, I will upload it hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow is what day?
Sunday.
Sunday. Hopefully Sunday I upload it.
Actually, it's Saturday. I'm sorry.
Saturday, right? It's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Okay,
yes, sorry.
hopefully Saturday I will upload it. And I say hopefully because I'm still waiting for more intel.
Okay.
Okay, I'm still waiting for more intel. Because next week is going to be bloody. Mark my words. Next week is going to be bloody. Oh, how the brothers in England said, the bloody week. So, I got more information. I will not tell you what I'm going to have, what I'm going to talk about it, because I'm going to burn myself. And besides, they love me. They just kicked me out of Twitter. I don't want to be kicked out from from my
Everything
own
else.
everything else. So please allow me not to say anymore. Okay?
That's good.
So guys, this was your divine intel. I really hope that you have learned something about it, because I need to make it very clear. Could I be wrong? Yes, I can be wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. But my
You can.
logic doesn't call. My logic, and I
Mhm.
think some other people may agree with me. My logic doesn't really call for the United States or Israel to actually do that. Let me just put it this way: if Israel will actually knew that they can get rid of this problem once and for all, they would have done it a long time ago.
Mhm, mhm.
A long time ago, they would have done it. But they know that they cannot do that because it's not politically correct.
Mhm.
Okay? And just imagine if there is a nuclear disaster and you are being blamed by the whole world. Things are not going to be pretty at all. You're going to be hated by the next 1,000 years. They're going to blame you for something that may actually kill millions of people because of the reactions of this radioactivity over the clouds, all over the world. We're talking about radiation all over the world, people. It's not a good thing, right, Karen?
Oh yes, it's a
Okay.
very drastic
Okay.
situation
So
happening.
when
Right?
this is my opinion. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Okay, this is my opinion. When you do a prophetic word, you need to be careful what you say, because you know,
It may not make sense.
the aftermarket, the after shot, the after uh, the after event, it could actually backfire you. You need to
Yeah.
be very careful when we provide a prophetic word. As a matter of fact, God is telling me right now that I also need to be careful, because I have a lot of things that I would like to share with you what the Lord is telling me, but I don't share it because I'm afraid people are not gonna take it the right way.
Mhm, mhm.
You know, it's not gonna take it the right way. I'm very afraid of that. So what I do is I just wait for confirmations.
Mhm.
If the confirmation come out, then I say, okay, this is what the Lord told me. Boom. Okay. Whether
Mhm.
people like it or not, I know it's gonna happen. Okay. But like for example, right now I got one prophetic word. I cannot release it because I know a lot of people are not gonna like it. They're not
Mhm.
gonna like it. So I just gotta wait for a confirmation. When that confirmation comes along, then I will release the prophetic word.
And Ben, sometimes with a prophetic word too, there is a timing
Yes.
to release it, which means
Mm-hmm.
God prepares the heart of the people, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe there's a special reason for a certain
Mm-hmm.
time. So oftentimes I sit on a word for quite a while. Sometimes instant, but not always. Most of the time I just ponder it, hide it in my heart, like Mary did,
Mm-hmm.
right? When the angel spoke to her, she didn't run around telling everybody, right? She
Yes.
waited. She waited.
Mm-hmm. So thank you for your emails. There are too many emails, and
Having a
when
hard time catching up, right?
yes, a very hard time to catch it up. And thank you.
People, I would say to the people, Ben, not to panic when you're disappearing, that you will
Mm-hmm.
always keep in touch, right?
Yes.
So you don't have
Not
to
I
worry.
don't have now. I only have approximately about five. I think it's 3,000 or something in my
Yeah, you're
contact
almost at
list.
3,000
I
now.
had a lot of people. I have thousands of people asking me to unsubscribe, but then they want to go back again. And what do you want me to do? You decided to leave. You couldn't just delete my email and go on with your life. But no, you got to be offended. And then said, Betty, I need you to just stop sending me emails. Well, when you receive an email, you can unsubscribe yourself. It's underneath. You can see the link. Click it. You're not going to be bothered. But if you want to go back again, guess what? It's going to be more difficult because my server will not allow, or probably will not even try to send you another email because you already told my server, I don't like you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay? Simple as that. I had a
Right.
lot of people coming back, and it takes about 3 weeks until they actually receive emails from me.
Mm-hmm.
It
They have
has
to use
nothing
a
to
different
do.
email.
Yes, they have to use a different email. Because that's the way it is. The server is intelligent. So, okay.
More intelligent than some of the people I see.
Yeah. So, all right. So, guys, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna upload my pay-per-view or special report tomorrow.
Yes.
And I'm gonna release this. It's already 7:03 p.m. Pacific time, just so you have plenty of time tomorrow to watch this video, analyze it, and enjoy it if you can. Please forgive me not to give you more information because right now I'm in a hot boiled water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Consider this. When I feel that I'm out of the blacklist, I'm gonna go back again.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna release you the information that you wanted me to release it, whether free or non-free. But as you know, even those people who complain all the time, you just want to make us rich out of the people, poor people. Well, guess what? Nobody's putting a gun in your head.
And nobody's rich yet.
Nobody's rich. Okay?
Oh,
Trust me
don't you
what I'm
wish?
telling you. If I was rich, why would I be wasting my time doing this? Think about it. I could right now be in a club drinking Dom Perignon, with a beautiful young woman. Why would I be bothered to do this stupid video? Think about it. For free? No. Okay? So, by the way, this is a video for free. And if you can, just if you can, I'm not telling you do it, but if you can, donate me anything for that work that I do by providing you the information that you want. There's a link underneath this video where it will take you to my PayPal account. I will really appreciate it if you can donate me whatever you can. Okay? So that's it. Thank you so much for your attention. People, I'm telling you right now, we are very close for our blessing. Okay? You just have to relax and take a look of the signals from heaven and earth that your blessing is coming. And when it comes, you will remember the things that we talked for a long time. Times is an essence of God. It's not an essence of anybody else. Right, Karen?
That's exactly right, Ben.
Okay, so there you go, guys. This is going to be tremendous. Next week is going to be a bloody week. Probably gonna even do a video called Bloody Week.